Y'all know that this channel has basically been mostly UK content for like 3 years now.
Yes.
And something that came out about a week or two ago is how the UK has been ranked the second most miserable country in the world. Now,
What?
I'm going to pull up this article here from Business Insider. There's a lot of articles that have been written about it, but this one we're going to share is one from Business Insider. Let me pull it up here. The UK is the second most miserable country in the world, report finds. This is from the post on St. Patrick's Day. Brits have been facing recessions, a cost of living crisis, and increasing distrust in politicians. Western countries fared relatively poor in the rankings. Only Uzbekistan came lower in the rankings, which were published in the US nonprofit Sapien Labs Mental State of the World report earlier this month. Sapien Labs said it compiled the list after collecting answers from 500,000 responses across 71 countries to investigate how people's inner state impacts their ability to function within their life context. Countries were given a mental health quotient MHQ score from -100 to 200. The higher the score, the more satisfied the people. In 2023, Sapien Labs said the average score across all the countries was 65. Britain scored a measly 49, while the US came out with a relatively honorable 72. The top 3 countries in the rankings were the Dominican Republic, Sri Lanka, and Tanzania. The UK's rankings look even bleaker considering some of the other countries that it came below.
What?
Yeah. Ukraine came in comfortably higher with a score of 60. Ukraine!
Yeah, the porn land? That one right now? Jesus.
Yeah. Despite Vladimir Putin's invading forces, while Yemen, which is suffering from one of the most largest humanitarian crises, also fared better, scoring 59.
How?
We're about to find out. But Britain wasn't the only wealthy nation to perform poorly, and the report noted that the pattern suggested that greater wealth and economic development do not necessarily lead to a greater mental well-being. Sapien Labs said that data from the Global Mind Project, a database of mental health profiles, suggested that some of the key factors influencing this included having a smartphone at a young age, eating highly processed foods, and fraying of relationships. The report also noted that scores have been down across the board since the pandemic, and that there were no signs of movement towards pre-pandemic levels, which, yeah, a lot of stuff from the pre-pandemic just not coming back, like inflation, things have gone up, like $100 is the new $20. Money ain't moneying how it used to be. No. And it seems that that's a problem just as much in the UK as it is the US as well. And also, add in, say young age. I've heard it said that countries that introduce smartphones at like 10 or 11 are more depressed than other countries which introduce a smartphone at like 15, 16. So that
makes sense.
That does make sense. And highly processed foods, plenty of that. And I guess it's becoming a norm in other parts of the world.
Which is wild to hear, But though it kind of reaffirms what I originally thought. Some of the happiest people I've met on Earth have been in the most impoverished countries I've ever been to. Living in the moment, because that is all they have.
They don't need everything that we have in a materialistic society.
Yeah.
And they know how to be happy.
You don't know what you don't have if you're not plugged in to the world machine. Like if you don't have a smartphone, if you're not plugged in, you don't know what you don't have. So you're just blissfully unaware, and you make the most of what you do have.
Yeah. A little more to this article here. Let's see. It added that the sharpest drops in mental well-being were in those under the age of 35. That makes a lot of sense. Why are Brits so miserable? The UK has been experiencing a cost of living crisis in recent years, with soaring costs for food, bills, and rent. People's trust in politicians is also arguably at an all-time low following a series of scandals and the fallout from the polarizing Brexit saga. But it's worth noting that the UK doesn't always shape up so badly in such metrics. The World Happiness Report of 2023 suggested the UK was the 19th happiest country in the world, which is...
This is a different metric, what that metric is, but yeah.
A lot of similar things to what's happened in the US. I mean, also inflation and, you know, cost of living's gone up, and our political trust has gone down the toilet since 2016 and hasn't really gotten any better since. Makes sense that with all that going on, you'd be a pretty miserable country.
Yeah. The reason we wanted to do this because we were just on Embrace the Globe 21. I was just like, this is interesting. Like, who come up with these numbers? There must be they have to poll a lot of people in order to claim the world's unhappiest country. I'm hoping they didn't ask like 5 of their friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's 500,000.
Yeah, half a million people throughout the world. That's a big size right there.
I think so. I would say so. But it's just, you know, like we're in this boat together.
Yeah.
are very similar.
Yeah. We're not so different, you and I.
It's just interesting to say the least. We're some of the few Americans that are on par with understanding how you guys work.
Yeah,
you know?
And we've done the most secondhand research on this, which is, I don't say firsthand research because that's actually Googling stuff and going to places. I say reaction videos to culture and TV shows and all that. That's secondhand research.
So it's shocking to me because I would say out of all the senses of humor, you guys take the cake for the best humorous group out there. You know, with your style of comedy. And it's interesting to see, hey guys, we're in this sinking ship together, man. It's nice. It's not nice. It's terrible. That's a terrible statistic to have out there, but still.
Helps me personally because I'm going over there in 2 months' time or 3 months' time. I don't know when we're going to put this out, but I want to just get an idea of how y'all are feeling as a country so I don't make any faux pas in that regard.
Well, I mean, limit the number of faux pas, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to make some anyway.
Yeah, it's just inevitable.
Yeah. Guys, I know you weren't ready for this, but this is actually original content. What?
Yeah. Look at that. Something that we don't have to fight copyright on.
Whoa, crazy. But let us know in the comments what, you know, do you guys agree? You guys like, after that article, which I'm pretty sure is most of you.
Give us the full truth in the comments is basically what we're asking.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Consider subscribing, watching another video. And what else, Dan?
Unplug and be happy, guys.
Exactly. See you next time.
Later.